Nearly 100,000 children in the state live in poverty. That's according to the United States Census Bureau's 2013 survey. The last thing these children need is to worry about what they're going to wear to school. So during the month of July, the Bureau of Children and Families begins partnering with retailers across the state in an initiative called the School Clothing Allowance Program. Joining us again is Bureau Commissioner Nancy Exline. Commissioner Exline, thank you for coming back on the show. Can you tell us a little bit about this program and why it's so important?
Sure. The Governor's West Virginia School Clothing Program has been around for many years. It provides two $100 vouchers for a total of $200 to school-age children across West Virginia that meet the appropriate income limit. It allows their families to purchase school clothing, shoes, coats, all the things that you need to go back to school.
I mean, I think really everyone probably is curious. I mean, how does this work in terms of, everything that's out there that could qualify, anything that's related to clothing, but not necessarily supplies? Is that accurate? I know that's been a question.
That is true. Supplies are not part of the voucher program. It is only for school clothing, shirts, pants, socks, underwear, tennis shoes, a coat, those types of things. You can even purchase material if you want to make something yourself, sew a dress or a shirt together. You can purchase material for it, but not your typical pencils and notebooks and those types of things. You can't use the voucher for that.
I mean, I know from a self-esteem perspective, it's very important for our children. I mean, we all get excited about going back to school, and to think that you have to go back to school and don't have those essential things is really very heartbreaking. I know many of our children, receive these services. Tell me what you think that means to the children and families in our state.
Well, as I spoke to you earlier and said, I've worked for the department for 20 years. This is my favorite program. It goes straight to kids. And it allows children to feel the same way if they're in poverty as every other kid. Excited to go back to school with a new pair of pants and a new shirt and a new pair of shoes. It's about self-esteem for kids. It gives them the same kind of rite of passage of every other child in the state as they head back to school, that they can go with their head up high with a set of new clothes, several new sets of clothes, some new shoes. Those are important things. Very important.
Absolutely. I can remember a letter that we received a couple of years ago where, a mother was thanking the department and the governor and just really talking about the importance to her children and what that meant to them when they really didn't have the funds available to be able to provide the new clothing that their children would need to go back to school. I know we have a lot of retailers that participate, because I know I've been in line and seeing, families getting the new clothes and things like that. If there's any question about, in terms of how to apply or what someone needs to do, or I think most retailers in our state probably do participate, who would be the best source of information for individuals?
Sure. I don't know of really any retailers that don't utilize it, but anyone can contact our customer service center at 1-877-716-1212. That's our customer service center. They can help individuals with applying for the benefits, or they can contact their local office, and anyone there, either by phone or in person, would be happy to help them with the process.
Now, I know there is a process involved, and can you tell us a little bit about the timing of that process? When do individuals apply,
Sure.
And when would they expect to receive their vouchers?
First thing is, if you are a TANF recipient or a West Virginia Works recipient, you will receive your vouchers automatically around the middle of the month of July. If you are someone who has foster children, you will receive those vouchers automatically also in the month about mid-July. Anyone else who lives below that has school-aged children, you can apply starting on July 1st. You can apply in person at our local offices. You can apply online, and I think we're showing our viewers the site for Inroads so that they can know where they can apply online to do that. And you can also call into that customer service center number, and they can provide you an application. We have to have all applications in by the last day of the month, so if by some chance you don't make it to a local office over the weekend, the 30th and 31st of July, you can still do it online and go ahead and apply. But everything has to be in by the last day of July. And the benefits will start coming out. If you apply in the first week of July, you probably will start receiving vouchers in the month of July, towards end of July, all the way through the month of August. And you can use the vouchers all the way up until the last day of October. So because every child, you get 2 vouchers, 2 $100 vouchers, if you want to use one now, when you first get it for clothes that are for summer, and want to hold on to one for October when more of the winter clothes come out, or a coat or boots, you can hold on to that and utilize it in the month of October.
Now that makes a lot of sense, to be able to do it that way. And I think that, individuals are always interested in, ensuring that, they can get help for their kids whenever they need to. After the 31st of July, there isn't an option that's open to individuals, but at least through the 31st of July. If you have a question, you need to go online, you need to phone call, you need to go in the DHHR offices. What is the latest time that they might receive their benefits? Is it likely that through the month of August would be the last dates that they would get? Let's say I applied July 31st. Are we likely to have given all of our funds out by the end of August?
Generally, we have 30 days to process those applications, so generally those that come in on the last days are being finalized in August. So by mid-September would be the very latest that you would receive those vouchers. But if you haven't received them, you can always contact the Customer Service Center or your local office, and they can check to see where it is in the process.
Thank you. It's really, I think, good to get the detail of the information out there. Also, I think, during the time of July is a busy time for individuals. So I think the ability to have that 1-800 number or going online is really critical. So it's really great that we have those options for folks.
Absolutely, and it helps our staff as well. Utilizing the website has been really something in the last several years that we've utilized, and it's a lot of people have been able to utilize that. It makes things very streamlined and easy.
Well, thank you so much. Appreciate Commissioner Exline. That's all the time we have for today's show. Remember, you can always follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and our website. I'm Karen Bowling, Cabinet Secretary for the West Virginia Department of Health and Human Resources. Thank you for watching The State of Health.